All right, let's dive into something that could really change the game for you. We're going to break down 5 powerful habits from the Stoics. And look, this isn't about overhauling your entire life. It's about changing how you meet your life, building a kind of discipline and strength from the inside out.
So let me ask you a question. Do you ever wake up and just already feel tired? You know, that feeling where the smallest things get under your skin and just irritate you? That constant mental weight? It's a really common thing, but it doesn't have to be your normal. But what if the reason you feel that way has nothing to do with what's actually happening to you? See, the Stoics had this pretty radical idea. The problem isn't that your life is broken, it's that your mind is undisciplined. It's a total flip of the script. You stop trying to control the world and start training how you respond to it. Now, I've got to be really clear about something. The 5 habits we're about to get into, they're not life hacks. They're not quick fixes. This is mental strength training, plain and simple. The goal isn't to make life easy, because it won't be. The goal is to make you so much stronger that life just starts to feel lighter. So where do we even begin? Well, it all starts the second you open your eyes. Habit number 1 is all about winning the very first battle of the day, taking control of your morning. Just look at the difference here. For most of us, the morning is chaos. You grab your phone and bam, you're flooded with notifications, news, other people's problems. The Stoics would have called that being a slave to the outside world. The Stoic morning, though, it's the complete opposite. It's about setting your intention for the day before the world gets a chance to set it for you. You know, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius basically gave us the playbook for this. He said to start your day by preparing for things to go wrong. Now, you might think, wow, that sounds so negative, but it's not about being a pessimist, it's about being a realist. It's preparation.
And this gets to the core of it, really. It's the surprise that amplifies the pain. If you expect a perfectly smooth day, every little bump in the road feels like a catastrophe. But if you already expect there will be challenges, well, you meet them with calm. They just lose their power to knock you off balance.
All right, let's move on to habit number 2. This one tackles something we all do, and it is absolutely one of the most destructive mental patterns we have: complaining. The Stoics saw complaining for exactly what it is: a poison. Think about it. Every single time you complain, even if it's just in your own head, you're training your brain to see yourself as a victim. You're reinforcing the idea that you can't handle things, and all it does is drain your energy without fixing a single thing. And this quote from the philosopher Epictetus just hits the nail on the head. The event itself is just neutral. It's a thing that happened. The suffering? That comes from the dramatic, negative story we wrap around it. It's why 2 people can face the exact same setback, and for one it's the end of the world, and for the other it's just a hurdle. The only difference is the story they tell themselves.
So, if we're not supposed to complain, what do we do instead? It's actually a really simple but powerful little process. When you face a problem, you just ask yourself one question. Is there anything I can do about this? If the answer is yes, great. Stop talking and start acting. And if the answer is no, then you accept it and you endure it. Complaining is that useless third option that just keeps you stuck.
Okay, you can probably see how these habits are starting to stack on top of each other. Our third habit really gets to the root of why we feel so emotionally up and down all the time: our addiction to results we can't actually control. Most of us live our lives on this wild, emotional roller coaster, right? Our peace and happiness depend on winning, getting praise, avoiding criticism, things that are totally out of our hands. The Stoic way is to just get off the ride, to shift your focus from the external result to your internal effort. Because at the end of the day, your effort is the only thing you truly control. And here's Marcus Aurelius again with another truth bomb. If your peace of mind requires a specific outcome, you aren't free. You've basically handed over the keys to your happiness to the rest of the world. You'll spend your whole life hoping things go your way. This one little shift is a total game changer. It completely redefines what success even means. You stop asking, did I win? And you start asking, did I give my absolute best effort? Was my intention good? When you do that, you can feel proud of your actions even when you lose. And that is real freedom. Okay, this next habit is going to sound a little strange at first, I'll admit. But trust me, it's one of the most powerful things you can do for your mind. Habit number 4 is to voluntarily, on purpose, choose discomfort. I mean, our entire modern world is designed to keep us comfortable 24/7. But the Stoics knew that constant comfort actually makes us weak. So they practiced small, voluntary hardships. And we're not talking about anything crazy here. It could be as simple as taking a cold shower, skipping a meal, walking somewhere instead of driving, or just tackling that one hard task you've been avoiding all day. But the big question is, why on earth would you do this? It's not about punishing yourself. It's about proving to yourself over and over in small ways that you are stronger than your urges. It builds this quiet confidence because when you know you can handle a little discomfort by choice, you become way less afraid of the real hardships that life is going to throw at you anyway. And that brings us to our fifth and final habit. And honestly, this might be the most important one of all, because it's the glue that holds all the others together and makes sure you're always getting better. I'm talking about the evening review. So instead of just distracting yourself by scrolling on your phone until you pass out, the Stoic practice is to take just a few minutes to quietly look back on your day. Seneca, another one of the great Stoics, used these 3 simple questions to guide him. It's like a blueprint for intentional improvement. But here's the absolute key to making this work: the mindset. This isn't about beating yourself up or feeling guilty. Not at all. The goal is to be a calm, objective observer of your own actions. You look at your day like a scientist looking at data, figuring out what worked, what didn't, and what you're going to change for tomorrow's experiment. Every mistake stops being a failure and starts being a lesson. So you take these 5 habits, you practice them day in and day out. What's the point? What's the ultimate aim? It's not to become some kind of emotionless robot. No way. The goal is to build an inner fortress. The goal is to become unbreakable. And that right there is the great payoff. These habits won't magically change the world around you. They change you. And when you build a disciplined, solid inner world, all the stuff on the outside, the events, the opinions, the setbacks, it all just loses its power to control how you feel. So I'll just leave you with this final thought. The Stoics accepted a fundamental truth. Life is and always will be challenging. It's not going to get easier. So the only question that really matters is, will you get stronger?